Hi friends, it's Katelyn and welcome back to the Floating Rock podcast. I hope you're having the most incredible day ever. God, I just love Katelyn's Korner episodes. They are so fun. And I hope you guys like them too. So today, I can't believe spring's almost over. Like genuinely, I'm like, oh, sorry, June's around the corner. Like what's happening? So that's a little bit freaky. But I was like, okay, better late than never. I haven't done my little spring episode yet. And I actually just listened to my last year's like getting in the mood for spring episode. And I was like, okay, like I don't want to like just remake that episode. So I thought, how about just like Katelyn's Korner spring theme? We love her. And if you are new here, Katelyn's Korner episode, it's just giving 2016 YouTube my favorites episode. Obviously it's Floating Rock, so a few life lessons intertwined as well. But yeah, very silly, very fun, very cute. And I just obviously want to let you guys in on what I'm loving and what I've been thinking about. I mean, you hear what I'm thinking about, but like a little bit more chill what I'm thinking about. First thing, rompers. Jumpsuit, romper. I have been absolutely loving those. I'm wearing one right now. You can't tell, it just looks like a tank top, but I've been loving the ones from Skims. And if you know me, you know I'm a Depop girl, so I did get this off of Depop. So yeah, loving those. They're so comfortable, and like for where I work, they're like low-key perfect, and they're also just like so comfortable, and like it's an easy outfit. I just love a romper. So I don't know if you're an Aritzia kind of girl, like you want the like active TNA one, or like if you're here in Hawaii, like Miss Active by Teal. Like there's a lot of like rompers are in. I'm so happy about it. I remember when they first came out, I feel like a good amount of people were kind of like, what is this? Like, what is this like onesie bodysuit kind of thing? I'm a huge fan though. And honestly, like I find them really good too, like under skirts and stuff. Loving a romper. Highly recommend. And it would not be a Katelyn's Korner episode without a silly little drink mentioned. So today's tea actually is, I think I got it for Christmas maybe. It was this like L-theanine kind of like wildflower tea that my mom got me. I don't know the most about L-theanine, but I do know it's in a lot of like workout supplements and like energy drinks and stuff like that. And I think it's, I'm making this up. I'm genuinely making this up. It's not a fact. I think it's good for like muscle recovery. Making it up. But I have that, and it's like whenever I drink it, my mindset is like, this is to recover my muscles. Like sometimes it's really fun to like have a drink or have like a food even, or have anything, a face mask, and like almost know the exact intention that you're putting behind it. Like I don't know, I think it's like really fun whenever I drink it. Like it's not just like drinking tea, like it's very intentionally for that reason, even if it's not doing anything. Like it feels nice to think that. Same with like if you ever drink peppermint tea, being like, this is for my stomach, like she's digesting, we love her, instead of just like peppermint tea, right? I don't know, I love putting intention behind things, and it makes it feel like even if it's like a placebo effect, like it still be affecting. This is really exciting, guys. For my birthday, which was this past Saturday, yay, I got a kombucha making set thing. Very exciting, because I'd been talking about it for a while, and I had a conversation with my sibling about it too. Like they've been making kombucha, so I'm like, okay, wait, this is super fun, let me follow in your footsteps. So very excited to start doing that, especially because here in Hawaii, fun fact, if you're on the mainland, like our kombucha is way more expensive than it is like in California or something, which I mean, California is still an expensive place, but I think like because it needs to be refrigerated and shipped overseas and whatever, like it's way more expensive here, and it's kind of insane on average, at least. But yeah, I'm really excited to be making kombucha because like, as we know, I love her, and I'm like, wait, I could put fun flavors in it. The opportunities are endless. I'm so excited, and hopefully we'll save some money. Yay. Another thing related to what I got for my birthday. Guys, maybe I've talked about this before. I am such a big proponent for nostalgic perfume or nostalgic scents. Like I got for my birthday this one perfume that I wore sophomore year of college, and oh my god, I smell it. Like right now I'm in love with how I smell, because I'm like, no, I'm just so full of youth. Like, oh my god, like you've never seen a 19-year-old like me. Like I'm not 19 obviously, but, and maybe that sounds a little bit weird, but like I just like, I love how like certain smells can take you back in time, and like I'm kind of living for this right now. So that's been super fun. It's from Target. It's from the brand Fresh NE, something like that. Vanilla Cashmere. I love her so much. I actually have gotten a lot of compliments on this smell too. Like, and it even lasts. Like, you know how a lot of times like those Target perfumes, they don't last very long, and like it's like, okay, it's very much body spray core, like you spray it and then like an hour later it's gone. I've gotten many a compliment on this scent like hours later. back in the day too. So yeah, I don't know if you're like trying to look for a new perfume or like a new candle or something like that. This is just me urging you to maybe like look to something that you had in the past and I hope have good memories attached to, because like I don't know, I think it's like so fun, and it ignites like another feeling as well when you put it on. Like I think perfume can ignite some sort of feelings in you, usually like excitement or whatever, but like when it has nostalgia attached, it just like it's just even more, and I think it's so fun that we can like trick our brains like that. So yeah, nostalgic perfume. Thank you. And now our first real thought of the day: letting yourself be excited and take up space. Like I just said, it was just my birthday. And I feel like I've had like a moment about this, like posting for the pod all the time, but even more so, as I mentioned last episode, I'm someone to post on my birthday, let me live. And I was getting a little bit of posting anxiety, I guess, of like, oh God, Katelyn, like they get it, like nobody cares. But in that same vein, also nobody cares. Like if you're posting so much, like genuinely, at least in my head, like if someone's like blowing their story up, blowing up their feed on their birthday, if I truly don't care, I don't care that they're doing that, you know? But if I do care and I'm like, wait, yes, give me all that content, then I'm like, well, yay. And if anyone is hating on you for doing that, like that's a little bit weird personally. But yeah, so I don't know. Because, you know, like your friends post on their story, you want to repost it, or like you want to post certain pictures that were taken. And I feel like that's forever a lesson that a lot of us stay learning, is that like you are allowed to be excited and you're allowed to like take up space, especially on a day like your birthday. Of course, like that's kind of the point. It's like the human day for celebrating who you are and your existence. So I don't know, if you are a birthday person like me and you've gotten a little bit of guilt from that, you're good. Because I don't know, I have never seen anybody post a lot on their birthday and been like, ugh, like we get it, girl, you know? At least that's me personally, and I'd like to think that most people think like that. And then vice versa too, if you're the type to like, I don't want to take up space, like I've never done that, like you're allowed to do that too. Like God forbid you look good, God forbid you want to like show off what you did, or like you want to repost what your friends are posting, like I don't know, you're just allowed to take up space. And the internet's free reign, like you can genuinely do whatever you want, and truly nobody cares. And if they do, they should be putting their energy somewhere else. Next, back to normal things. Zucchini. I swear to God, when my mom listens to this, like we have been cooking zucchini in this home so often recently. Like we are a zucchini household, and I'm so not mad about it. Fun fact about zucchini too, that is my favorite thing to cut in the world. Like if you live near me and you are about to cut zucchini for your dinner, pause, call me up, ask me to do it for you, and then I'll leave again. It's so satisfying. It's actually insane. Obviously it tastes really good too, but if you're like, oh, I don't know what to cook for dinner, you're like, I don't know anything about what to cook, like zucchini, at least in my life, has been having her goddamn moment. Personally, oil it up, season it, air fry it. That's how I do it, if you'd like to take that from me. But yeah, I've been a big old zucchini girl, so I just thought I'd make sure you guys knew that. And you guys are gonna die. You're literally gonna die. As we know, I talk about like little caffeinated drinks all the time on here. And as we know, I work at a coffee shop. I've been doing so good on drinking less caffeine. It's actually crazy. Like genuinely, guys, I decided to update because I'm real proud of myself actually. And it feels so sad because like I love silly drinks, as you know, and I will celebrate caffeine. Like the night before we went out for my birthday, Bestie Girl Malia and I tried these cute little energy drinks I found at Target. They're from a brand called Flirt, FLRT. Very good, very fun, very cute. We got the guava lava flavor and like strawberry fling. It was very yummy and fueled our little night out. But yeah, it was tons and tons of fun. And like I love to have a good caffeine moment. But during the daytime when it's like fear of a crash, I've been working on it, and like there have been a good handful of days at work where I just haven't had any caffeine at all, and I'm like so proud of myself. I'm like, get it, girl. However, that's not to say I'm perfect and just drinking straight up water all day, because like hello. So my remedy has been agave lemon juice and sparkling water. That has been my way around drinking caffeine, because I realize a lot of the time it's not that I actually want caffeine, it's just that I want something sparkly and yummy to sip during the day. So that's been my way around it. So if you are on your journey of trying to drink a little bit less caffeine, maybe try a sparkling water or like a poppy, Olipop, like the probiotic sodas, kombucha. I mean, kombucha has like a tiny bit of caffeine because of the black tea, but on average, like I wouldn't consider it a caffeinated drink. But like, or if you're just at home, sparkling water, agave, and lemon juice. Like I think it's super yummy. and really does the placebo kind of job for me personally. So yeah, I just throw that out there for you guys if you're trying to lessen your caffeine intake, because it's a hard thing to conquer, especially if it's like really ingrained in your everyday life, like, or especially if you work at a coffee shop, like, hello, it's just right there for you. So yeah, just thought I'd update you on that. And, you know, obviously to let you know I haven't cut it cold turkey, but also to show you that there's a way around it, and like that realistically that craving might just be more for like something silly, fizzy, and yummy more than like actual caffeine. Another thing, I did my nails the other day. Oh, they're a little bit ugly right now because they're all coming off, but I just painted them. I don't like go to get my nails done. I do actually feel a lot more put together, and it makes all my jewelry look better. So if you need a reminder to do your nails, or if you're a girl that goes and gets them done, go get them done, girl. Like, go get a little spring set, do a spring little color, I don't know. But like, I've been kind of loving it. And like, whenever I type or like whenever I do things, I'm like obsessed with my hands. I'm like, you better. I guess if you're wondering, I'm a red nail girl. Like, that's kind of what I always go for. When I was younger though, I used to do white. Like, I was kind of more of like a white nail person. Clearly riveting things here on the Floating Rock podcast, but in case you were curious, I don't know. Oh, here's another thought for today, is practicing from spring going into a little bit more of summer, like practicing a little bit more body positivity and like body neutrality and stuff. Bestie girl Malia and I were having a conversation about that recently, and I don't know, it just was like reminding me of like, that's a very long journey, especially as a girly in this day and age. Like, your body image is like genuinely a beast that you kind of have to conquer a lot of the time. Like, if you aren't perfectly raised to like have body neutrality in the first place, like it does take a little while to get over and like to conquer, and it's probably the kind of thing that ebbs and flows, and some eras are really good and some are really bad. And I don't know, just like reminding us all that that is an ongoing journey for a lot of us. And just to remind you that like you're allowed to love your body and also just be fully neutral about it in whatever state it's in and whatever era that you're in life. And like, that is just your vessel. And obviously, you know, I talk a lot about working out and eating healthy, and I think there is, and going out and getting pretty and all that. Like, I was during this conversation, I'd also brought up that like, while neutrality is such a good thing when it comes to like self-confidence and whatever, I think that it's really cool, especially as like girls and women, that we actually get to like get ready and put on really fun outfits and do our makeup and hair to actually like celebrate the way that we look too. So I don't know, it's a very nuanced thing that like you can take in a lot of different directions, but you know, like it's getting hotter, we're starting to wear less clothes, whatever. So just like, I don't know, reminding myself and potentially reminding you that like you are beautiful exactly how you are. You do not need to fit into any sort of box. And it's okay also if you are having bad days about perhaps your body image and stuff, because we all have moments like that. But yeah, just bringing that back to the forefront, because I feel like I haven't talked about that in a while. I'm not gonna lie, actually, like I think this is an interesting thing on the note of body neutrality and body positivity stuff. What can actually be a little bit deceptive is when you're actually like doing better in your potentially like health and fitness journey. So like, quote unquote, you are looking better and you're like, wow, I'm so body positive and neutral, but you actually are closer to what you've been working towards. Like, I don't know, I just thought I'd bring that up as a nuance as well, because I feel like I've been seeing a little bit of progress, and I'm like, okay, wait, like I feel decently confident, and yay. But also I'm like, is that just because I'm kind of in a state that I'm happy with? Just some food for thought for me as well. Like, if you were to do something specific to my appearance, like, would I still be able to be neutral about it? You know? So I don't know, just bringing that up, something to think about for you. Back to food, duh. Air fryers. I just told you about zucchini that I air fry. Girl, if you're not air frying already, like, not even for like, I mean, yes, I guess health benefits, like, sure. It's just an oven, but faster. Like, why were we using ovens? I mean, yeah, okay, air fryers got invented recently, but like, I air fry literally everything. Chicken, sweet potatoes, zucchini, like pretty much everything that gets cooked ever goes in the air fryer for me personally. And like, I don't know, I feel like it like makes food turn out really well. I think tonight I'm gonna be making some chicken katsu. That shit's going in the air fryer. Like, but also like for health clean reasons, like you don't need to like go fry it in all that oil too. Like, just a little on the outside to get her crispy. Like, come on. Yeah, big air fryer fan. You'd be surprised by the amount of things that you could put in there. Oh, another one. So my mom went to Costco the other day and she got Perfect bars. I think we're kind of aware of what those are, hopefully, but they're like these like peanut butter, kind of dense refrigerated protein bars. Very yummy. And I've heard a lot of discourse online of how people being like, wait, they're like the new Katelyn bar, because they like kind of have a lot of calories in them because, they're really dense and peanut butter and this and that. Something about, I think, the refrigeration in my head also would add to that. I don't quite know why. And it reminds me too, like, I remember one day back in college, I had bought this thing of like oat bars, like granola bars, and somebody commented and was like, oh, that has like a lot of calories. And I was like, well, isn't that the point? Because they were like from a very like healthy, natural brand and whatever, and I'd gotten them as like a pre-workout thing for like my Muay Thai classes, and like they were these little squares. They were perfect for like right before you go to do a physical activity. And I just think it's funny with all of like the calorie tracking and like the macros of stuff. Like obviously, yes, like when it comes to habits and whatever, like sure, like the percentages of macros are important and stuff like that, but also like remembering that like some calories are kind of like they give you energy. I don't know, call me crazy, but like just remembering that that's a thing too. Like when you are buying something that's supposed to be filling you up and giving you energy, like not doxing it for having potentially some more calories, because that's what it's doing. Maybe just my opinion, but like I kind of thought that was really funny when that was said to me of like, oh, that's a lot of calories. I'm like, that's a little bit kind of the point. I don't know, just like remembering that like food is fuel. And once again, back to the whole spring and to the summer and possibly wearing less clothes and people locking in more on what they're eating and all that, like just remembering that food is a form of fuel as well, not caffeine too. Sometimes you would be so surprised, like at work or like right after work, the amount of times that like I try to medicate my tiredness with caffeine and then realize that I was actually just hungry. Like just remember that. I don't know, sometimes it's really easy to forget that, like no wait, but like a piece of bread could low-key wake you up because it's a carb, like it gives you energy, and like the sugars, and like isn't that, I don't know, I think like especially growing up in like this day and age of like all this dieting and protein this and protein that, like just we tend to forget that like food just gives you energy, and obviously different foods give you different energies, different combinations do different things, but I don't know, just a fun thing to remember of like if you're tired, potentially you need to eat something. You never know. Sometimes I forget that too. Guys, and last thing, having a gratitude mindset. We've been having a few more pageant events recently. If you're not familiar, I was in this Chinese culture pageant. We have this court and we're doing all these events and rehearsals for, we're going to China this year. So very exciting, fun stuff. And, whenever we go to things, we have to kind of get ready in the whole cheongsam, like the garb and the sash and the tiara and the makeup and the lashes. And that can get a little bit exhausting at points. To also almost be, in the heels, like to be not only physically like that, but also like mentally. I think you have to be in a certain mental state to be dressed like that, in a full beat. And I feel like it's very easy sometimes when you get overwhelmed with life. And personally, the way that my life has gone, I feel like spring is like one of the busiest times of life, like genuinely, because I just feel like, we just talked about seeds the other week, but a lot of seeds that you've planted throughout the past year are coming to fruition in the spring, obviously graduations and finals and wherever you are in life. I just feel like spring does get kind of busy, and I just feel like it's easy to just see busy as like scary and stressful and maybe bad sometimes, or just like kind of annoying, like let's say it's that kind of busy of like showing up and dressing up and whatever. But just a reminder too, a lot of the times these things that we're busy with are blessings. They are things that we wanted in the past, and just reminding you that like going throughout things with this like gratitude mindset will always make them feel better when you're doing them. Like there was one day where I was like dreading going to an event. If you're listening and a part of it, don't worry. But I was just, like sometimes you're not in the mood to do the full beat and like to be standing up straight proper. However, I had to remind myself that this is only a year that I get to have this experience in this Chinese culture pageant thing. And, obviously with this title, you get treated very specially. And I had to remind myself that it's so rare in life to be treated as so special of a person when realistically it was also just a pageant. Like how much did I personally really achieve, And I don't know, it made me feel a lot better and went into the event with such a better mindset, because I just reminded myself like, this is so rare, this is so lucky, this is something I actually wanted and worked hard for. And not to just let myself be overcome by like my immediate feelings. Oh my God, Ava Jules was talking about this quote recently. She always says it whenever she like doesn't want to work out. And it was like, do what you say you're going to do, not how you feel. Something like that. And I think that's a great reminder, especially when you're kind of stressed, overwhelmed, or just annoyed at things that you kind of put on your own plate in a way. And just remind yourself that that you should be grateful for these opportunities and to be stressed by these certain things. And it's such a great mindset shift. It makes you feel so much more positively and lighter about all these things that are in your life, and obviously a lot more grateful. And what's better in life than being full of gratitude? Like, hello. So hopefully if you are stressed right now, it's a good kind of stress. It's a stress that, past you would have prayed for, right? It's stress that it is kind of preceding incredible things that are coming your way, like stress can sometimes be so much of a blessing. And yeah, it also means that you care. So yeah, guys, thank you for listening to this sort of spring themed Katelyn's Corner. Oh my God, one more thing. Spring clean. If there's one thing I'm going to tell you, it's just spring clean. I tried a little bit. I did a little. I posted some things to Depop. I did buy a few things too. But spring clean, like clear out your space, girl. We're like still, I'd say in the beginning half of that year, so you can still clear out your space to like make room for more abundance and just clarity throughout the rest of this year of 2026. This year's flying by. Don't talk to me about that. But yeah, spring clean. That's going to be my one spring suggestion because I feel like we all could use a deep clean somewhere in our lives, in our house, maybe even on your computer or your phone or your camera roll or all that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that you're having an incredible spring so far and you continue to have an incredible spring and it goes into a great summer. And yeah, I hope you're feeling great today, or maybe this episode made you feel great and gets you excited to go into the rest of your day, rest of your night, rest of your life perhaps. But yeah, follow the pod at floating.rock.podcast, subscribe on YouTube, I'll love you forever, rate it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Okay guys, I will see you next week. Peace and love and peace. Bye bye.